moment everyone heard the word, everything stopped. Jungkook went completely silent. Namjoon looked at Jimin. Jimin looked at Jin. You started pushing the door close, your hand shaking, but before you could shut it, Jungkook stepped inside. Jimin, Namjoon and Jin followed him instinctively. They froze. The middle of the room stood a little girl, small, fresh-eyed. She was holding a teddy bear tightly against her chest as if it was the only thing anchoring her to the world. She stared at the strangers with wide, curious eyes. In a soft, innocent voice, she asked, Jin-hye, who are you? Jungkook's legs felt weak. He walked toward her slowly, every step heavy. His hands were trembling, his face empty, unreadable, breaking from the inside. You rushed into the room. When? How dare you enter someone's house without permission? You shouted. But Jungkook didn't even hear you. He kneeled down in front of Jin-hye, gently, carefully. He placed his hand on her cheek. His voice broke. Jungkook, did you miss me? Jin-hye didn't understand. She tilted her head slightly. Jin-hye, who are you, uncle? Jungkook swallowed her. Jungkook, not uncle, I am your father. The moment the word left his mouth, Jin-hye slapped his hand away, her eyes filling in shock. Jin-hye, what did you say? Jungkook's voice trembled. Jungkook, I'm your appa, I came to take you. Jin-hye took a step back, her little hands clenched into fists. Jin-hye, why are you saying such nonsense? I don't have a father. Jungkook panicked. Jungkook, I'm sorry, he said quickly. I don't know. If I had known, I would never have let you live like this. Before he could finish, Jin-hye exploded. Jin-hye, stop it, she shouted. Everyone freeze. Her small voice echoed with anger far too big for her age. Jin-hye, I don't have a father. My mom is everything. Where are you all these years? And now you suddenly came looking for us. Tears burned in her eyes. Get out of our house. The room went silent. Jin and Jimin rushed forward and pulled Jungkook back. Jungkook stood frozen, speechless. His eyes were red. Jin-hye's eyes were on fire. You ran forward and scooped Jin-hye into your arms. You held her tightly. Why, it's better if you all leave, you said firmly. Jungkook shook his head. Jungkook, no. Namjoon grabbed his shoulder. Namjoon. Jungkook, let's go. Jungkook resisted, but they forced him out. The door closed. You carried Jin-hye into a room and shut the door behind you. Why, Jin-hye, you whispered. Say something. For a long time, nothing. But then finally Jin-hye spoke, her voice low. Jin-hye, that man should not come back again. You didn't know what to do. Looking at Jungkook, you didn't feel like he was lying, but the thought of him taking Jin-hye away, you could not accept it. Jin-hye wasn't just a child. She was your daughter, your only family, your entire world. You forces my wine. What do you want for lunch? I will make something special today. Chicken? Jin-hye replied softly. Jin-hye, chicken curry. You nodded. Wine, okay. Do your homework. I will go to the kitchen. Jin understood. She knew he was changing the topic, but her mind was stuck on one thought. If he abandoned us once, why did he come back now? Jin didn't know she was adopted. She only knew one thing. He was her mother, the woman who raised her through every pain, every night, every tear. And that was all Jin believed she needed. On the other side, everyone brought Jungkook back together. Inside the car, Jungkook didn't say a single word. Jin was driving. Jungkook, Jimin, say something, man. Jungkook remained silent, staring outside the window as the streets passed by. Namjoon, why are you singing like this? Come on, we will find another way. Jungkook's voice finally broke the silence. Jungkook, but my daughter, she hates me. Jimin, she doesn't know the situation. If she did, she would not be angry like this. Jin, going to her like that suddenly wasn't right. She is just a child. This kind of reaction is normal, not a sign. Namjoon, we need to look into the woman named Ryan. From what we have done, she raised Jinhye from the very beginning. To Jinhye, Wan is her mother. Jungkook raised his jaw. Jungkook, if only I had known earlier, I would not be standing in this position today. Jimin, I have spoken to one of the hospital staff. He can help us gather the details. We need to go back to the hospital and talk properly. The rest of the ride passed in silence. Finally reached the hospital. Sugakang and Jihap were already there. After hearing everything, they waited together. Night fell. At last, the man arrived. Jimin, Mr. Kim, please come in. Mr. Kim sat down, adjusting his glasses. Mr. Kim, I could not find everything, but I was able to learn what happened after Jinhye was found. Jungkook, that's enough for me. Mr. Kim, Jihye abandoned the baby in a dumpster. One found her and brought her to the hospital. The child was under police supervision for a while. Later, when Nika adopted her, everything was done by the book. Suga explained slowly. Suga, then there is no shortcut. This has to go through the law. Mr. Kim, I actually saw Wine and the child 4 years ago at a convenience store. That woman struggled, but she raised the girl with her whole heart. Jin nodded slowly. Jin, that's why Jinhye sees Wine as her mother. Separating them won't be easy. Jungkook's voice cracked. Jungkook, but where is my fault? I knew nothing all these years. Now that I know, I want my daughter. Everyone tried to calm him down. Namjoon placed a firm hand on Jungkook's shoulder. Namjoon, we will inform the law properly. You will get your daughter. We'll have a deal report. Jungkook finally took a deep breath. His shoulders loosened slightly. Morning came softly. You woke up to the faint warm placing in your chest. Jinhye was wrapped around you, arms tight, face buried against your shoulders, sleeping as if letting go would make the world fall apart. You didn't move, just lay there watching. Night long, fear had kept you awake. Every small sound had felt like footsteps at the door. Every shadow had looked like someone coming to take Jinhye away. You hadn't slept properly, not even for a moment. Sorry, you tried to sit up. Just then, Jinhye's small fingers tightened around your hand. You looked down. Jinhee was still asleep, but her hand was holding yours, as if even in her dreams she was afraid you might disappear. A soft broken smile curved on your lips. You gently loosened Jinhee's grip and stepped out of bed. A little while later, when Jinhee baby were getting late, Jinhee rushed around getting dressed in a hurry, then ran to the dining table. When said quickly, sweetheart, you were already late. Jinhee, oh, pancakes. Wine, yes. And your lunchbox is special today too. Jinhee's eyes sparkled. Jinhee, what is it, your ma? Wine, I was surprised. If I tell you now, it won't be a surprise anymore. He packed Jinhee's bag carefully, checking everything twice. Water bottle, lunchbox, homework. Jinhee grabbed your hand and pulled you towards the door. At school, you crouched down holding Jinhee's shoulder. Wine, until I come to pick you up. You wait here, don't go anywhere with anyone, okay? Jinhee, okay, Yoma. Jinhee kissed your cheek and ran inside without looking back. You stayed there watching until Jinhee disappeared from sight. Even dropping her at school left terrifying today. You turned toward the gatekeeper. Wine, Mr. Min, if anyone comes to pick up Jinhee, anyone other than me, please don't let her go. Mr. Min, of course, madam. Only then did you breathe a little easier. You headed toward your office, but your heart stayed behind at the school gate. At the office, as soon as you entered, you saw Hannah. Hannah, good morning, boss. Wine, good morning. Hannah, Wine, we have to finish the last part of our story today. The deadline is tomorrow, Wine. So early? Okay, I will try. You sat down and started writing. Minutes turned into hours. You wrote, then tore the pages apart. Typed, then reread everything. Your thoughts were tangled. Your hands were shaking. 2 hours later, when finally it's done, Hannah, you took longer than usual today. You seemed distracted since morning. You hesitated then. Everything spilled out. About Jinhee, about Jungkookff, about the fair, growing at your chest. Hannah listened quietly, carefully. When you finished, Hannah spoke firmly. Hannah, we will need a lawyer. If they are taking the legal route, then so will we. Why, do you know any lawyer? Hannah smiled. Hannah, my cousin is one. If we contact him, he will help. Your eyes filled with relief. Well, then please tell him everything. Hannah, why are you worrying so much? Look at this office. We made it from nothing. We survived wars. If we could do that, we can handle this too. You stood up and hugged Hannah tightly. Well, thank you, Hannah. Hannah, don't mention it. Glance at the clock. Well, I should go. Jinhee's school will be over soon. Hannah, I will handle things here. You go. You drive. Behind you. Hannah immediately picked up her phone and called her cousin. You returned home with Jinhee. The house felt unusually quiet. You washed your face, trying to steady yourself. Jinhee freshened up too, humming softly, unaware of the storm gathering around her wall. A little while later, the doorbell rang. Hannah arrived with another man, tall, calm, serious. His sharp eyes and formal posture made it clear, even before he spoke, he was a lawyer. They all sat down in the living room. The air felt heavier with every passing second. Hannah softly, Jinhee, sweetheart, Can I go to your room for a bit? We need to talk. Jin looked confused. Jin, why, Amma? You forced a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Well, just for a little while, baby, I will call you, okay? Jin nodded softly and walked to her room, closing the door behind her. The lawyer cleared his throat. Mr. Lee, Miss Wine, I will be very honest with you. You clasped your hand tightly on your lap. Mr. Lee, legally speaking, if the biological father files a custody claims, things will become complicated. Your breath hitched. Well, complicated how? The lawyer softened his words. Mr. Lee, you adopted the child with legally, yes, but biological rights, especially of the father, carry weight if he proves financial stability, emotional readiness, and intent. The court may side with him. You shook your head. Well, so you are saying I can't keep her? That silence answered everything. Your voice trembled. Well, she is my daughter. I raised her, I fed her, held her when she cried, stayed awake every night when she was sick. How can someone just come and take her? The lawyer looked down. Mr. Lee, I understand your pain, but the law doesn't always understand emotions. Tears welled up in your eyes. Why? Then tell me anyway. I will do anything. Is there no option at all? He stood up. Mr. Lee, I will look into every possible angle, every loophole, I promise. But for now, you should prepare yourself mentally. He paused slightly and left. Humility hit your side, Hannah. Why, listen to me. Don't break down. Not yet. Your voice cracked. Mine. Hannah, what if I lose her? Hannah, you won't. You didn't give up when you had nothing. You won't give up now. Hannah hugged you tightly. Hannah, I will come again tomorrow. Stay strong. Hannah left. The house went silent again. Too silent. A few minutes later, the doorbell rang. Your heart stopped. You stood up slowly, every step heavy, and opened the door. Your breath stopped. Jungkookff stood there, this time not as a desperate man, but composed, cool, dressed in a formal black suit. Beside him stood another man holding a briefcase.